My name is Githae, a practitioner of African indigenous knowledge and traditional medicine. And I'm also engaged in a very new and very elaborate campaign we are calling World Natural Health and Wellness Association, where we are appealing to the entire humanity to rethink what we are calling modernity. The modernity we are talking about revolves on what we eat, how we live, how we relate with one another, and how we treat our ecosystem and environment. The trend is such that we have gone into chemical food production, which has caused a lot of the diseases we are suffering from. The diabetes, the hypertension, the arthritis, and the cancers of one form or the other. The chemicals are also shortening our lifespan by affecting our metabolism, affecting how our major organs work, and the time has come when we as people has to rejuvenate our intellect and start reasoning properly. Proper reasoning entails recognizing and appreciating that we are natural entities, controlled by natural forces. The amount of air we get, the amount of sunshine we get, the water we have, the type of soil that constitute the environment we live in, they all matter to us. And they have to be properly managed and managed in a balanced manner. This calls for rethinking about the purity of the water we drink, avoiding putting chemicals in the water we drink, the fluorine, the chlorine, and avoid putting chemicals in the food we eat, in the cereals, maize, wheat, barley, etc., in our root crop, the sweet potatoes, Irish potatoes, carrots, etc., and in our fruits, the oranges, the mangoes, the pears, the bananas. The chemical we put in all those items, the more chemicals we get in the food and the water we drink. And these are the chemicals that are challenging the functioning of our major bodily filters, the liver, the kidneys, and the skin. And when they are not able to function properly, to get rid of those chemicals mess us up in one way or the other by creating room for development of the cancers, the diabetes, the arthritis, the hypertension, and many other diseases, because too much chemicals in our body compromise our immunity. And when our immunity is compromised, many other diseases, many other microorganisms we live with become our enemies, because they create diseases that kill us en mass, like the COVID, HIV/AIDS, the pneumonia, the malaria we have coexisted with. And a time has come when we have no alternative. We have to reason together as tribes, as countries, as continent, and as people of the world to redeem the global ecosystem, which we have destroyed to an extent that is gradually destroying us. The purity of our rivers, the purity of our lakes, the purity of our oceans, the purity of our air determine how healthy we are and for how long we can live in the ecosystem that give us what we eat and the shelter we need. So my appeal to our people is, we are launching this new movement which involves all people of all walks of life, regardless of gender, age, economic status, and the rest, because the crisis we are in affects all of us, because we share a common ecosystem. Let's come together, and particularly the people of Mount Kenya region, where I want to launch the initiative as a pilot project. Let's come together, first of all, redeem the indigenous wisdom that has got us this far. Through the indigenous wisdom, let's grow the crops that can grow without chemicals. with the amount of water we have, within the air and the sunshine we have, so that ultimately we have clean food and clean water that now reach our bodies and that now reach our livestock. Because when we talk about food, we are talking about the food of plant origin, like the cereals, the root crops, the vegetables, the fruits, etc., and the foods of animal origin. The chemicals we are putting in the dips to get rid of ticks in our livestock, cattle, sheep, and goats. The chemicals we put in the medicine we administer to our livestock, we get off internal parasites, the tapeworm, the roundworm. They eventually end up in the meat we eat, end up in the milk we drink, end up in the eggs we eat. The hormones we are putting in our chicken feed, in our daily cattle concentrates, the same hormone end up in the milk, in the meat, in the eggs we eat. And these are the hormones that are giving us obesity, that are ultimately compromising our immunity, and that are killing us with diabetes, hypertension, arthritis, and the cancers. To address those cosmopolitan challenges, we have to go natural. In all that we do, in our lifestyle, in our agriculture, and we have to inject naturalness in our education and in our daily lifestyle. Thank you very much. You are most welcome to contribute where you can, in whatever way you can. And remember, we are piloting this global initiative in Mount Kenya. And my fellow Kenyan in Mount Kenya region, let's do a good job so that by the time we move south, we move north, we move east, we move west, we'll be wiser, we'll be more practical, and you start from where you start. We start in Kenya, move to East Africa, move to Africa, then move globally, because we are one and the same people, sharing one and common ecosystem and environment. Thank you very much.